Hello, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. Come on in, grab your coffee or tea, pull up a chair, hang out with us. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us. You might be listening to us on radio, or you may be listening and watching on YouTube because we are live video streaming on YouTube and simulcasting on radio. Yes. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you can chat with us in the chat there. You can pop in your questions. You can also call in 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. Press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through. And for those of you that are dialed in or you're listening on radio, you can come and see Michelle and I. That's right. Just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. And that's good for all of our shows all week long. That'll take you right into our show for that day. It'll take you into the live on YouTube. Now, if you're already on YouTube, you can type in The Psychic Cafe. Our channel will come up, click, go in the channel. You'll see the live, click, go in the live. You'll be in the chat with us, and you can ask your questions in there. If you want something general, just let us know. Please pull a card for me. Could I have a message from the universe? Something like that. But we really like specific questions. Yeah. So ask a specific question. Don't write a book. Put in 1 or 2 lines. That's right. Otherwise, call into the show and we'll chat with you there. 714-816-4628. And real quickly, the coffee page, psychic.cafe/coffee. So if you enjoy our shows or maybe you got a reading or just want to send us some love, buy us a cup of coffee. Go over to psychic.cafe/coffee. It's also the secret way for you to jump to the top of the caller queue or the questions in the chat. Like your question might be 10 down on chat, but we'll take you first right away, no waiting, and we'll spend more time with you. That's right. That's the secret way you do it. Let me put that in the chat, actually, Michelle, while I'm thinking of that. Psychic.cafe/coffee. Dan's in the chat. Ooh, it's really quiet in there. Of course, we
Yeah,
have,
so far.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we haven't had any. Trying to think here. The last show I did with Ellie might have been a week ago or two,
Yeah, it's been a
maybe a
minute.
couple weeks. It's been very sporadic. And so that might be why people, it'll take a while for them to realize, oh my God, they're actually on air tonight.
Yeah.
Ellie can't be with us. She's having some, things she's dealing with. And it's like, oh, we miss you. Hopefully she will be back next week. Also, we're doing a show on Saturday where it's
Uh,
Dax and Friends, like we did a couple of Saturdays ago. That was a lot of fun. Who was that, Michelle? You, Maria,
and
Charlotte.
Charlotte was on. Yeah.
Yep. So we've invited all the hosts. I did tell Ellie when she said she couldn't make it tonight. I told her if you can pop in for an hour, 11 a.m. because she's in San Diego, so it's 11 a.m.
Yep.
And just pop in. So we'll see who shows up. Dr. Rose is supposed to come. I'm gonna have to remind her though. I bet she doesn't remember. Let's see. Andrea just came in. Hello, my beautiful spiritual sister
Ah,
and family.
hello, Andrea.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome aboard. We also have some callers already calling in. We'll be going to the phone lines in a sec. And then if you have any questions in chat, just pop it in the chat or call in. We would love to chat
Hey.
with you live. Oh my God. I saw on the internet that Mercury went direct. And I think it was, I want to say, it was one of our staff members. I want to say it was Corby Mitleid. And she had a picture of Freddie Mercury, Mercury going direct. You get the pun there. Um, and so I'm like, oh, thank God. Maybe we won't have any issues. Last night, yesterday was nonstop issues with technology. Today, nothing. Everything's been perfect.
Nope.
We're even on Blog Talk because we've had
Yeah.
spotty, we've had spotty luck with Blog Talk working over the last well, I was gonna say the last couple of weeks. Actually, that was just the last time it happened, but the last year, since December of last year, that's how bad it's been. Oh wow. Yep. So Andrea said,
Well,
I'd like to thank everyone for praying for my daughter and me to get approved for housing because I got approved. Yay.
that is so fantastic.
Congratulations.
I am I am
Congratulations.
so happy for you.
The whole crowd,
Yay!
the whole Psychic Cafe audience is applauding. Yes, yes.
You know, and it's kind of ironic because
Uh-huh.
normally you go first with the cards for
Uh-huh.
the show.
It's funny. I was just going to ask you if you pulled cards, and I was going to have you go first this time.
Well,
See, we're
so
psychic. We're psychic.
we are. Or psycho or both. Oh
Something.
no,
Well,
that's
no, that's
just me.
Dan. No,
Oh,
it's
that is
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah,
We
psycho.
love you, Dan.
We love you.
So for the cards today, I got the Ace of Cups and the Star. And I cannot help but think of Andrea. I don't know if it's Andrea or Andrea. It's a beautiful name.
I like both
Um, I
pronunciation.
do too. But here we have the Ace of Cups and then the Star. I feel like this tonight's show is about dreams coming true, wishes,
Mm,
things are happening
I like
that
that.
you may not even know are happening. And
Hmm.
so this is a beautiful demonstration of tonight's show.
Wow. And piggybacking right on that, I got the Two of Wands.
Andrea.
See, Michelle, which is basically
Oh
it's
yes.
very similar to what you were saying about, going for your dreams. This is literally the Two of Wands is all about that. She's got the globe in her hand. In other versions of the deck, this is the Llewellyn version, which I absolutely love. In fact, the two cards you got
Yes.
are two of my favorite cards, and they keep coming up all the time. The Star card and the Ace Cups. But this card, in other versions, they're holding a globe. It's actually a, version of the world type globe. This one looks more like a crystal ball. Anybody into scrying out there? Anyway, this is literally saying go for it. Oh, and I swore I said, you know what? I'm just going to pull one card tonight. And this pretty much covered it. But then I was like, oh, what if there's more information? Oh, damn it. I got to pull another card. So I pulled another card. Actually, I pulled it off the bottom of the deck because I had cut the deck. And this is the heart of the matter card. So the magician, literally, the heart of the matter is the fact that you have the power to manifest anything you want. So it, goes right along with this one saying go for it. The Two of Wands. The magician card, you can literally just manifest this. Cool beans. Okay, I'm going to put that back in the
Awesome.
deck and do some shuffling. And oh, we were getting all this feedback last night. That's why Michelle has this cord coming out of her ear. Now, the one you had on last night, you had both of them in, and it looked different. It didn't have that blue tint to it. Was it the same?
It is the same. I don't know why
It's
it's
the
so.
lighting then. It's the lighting because
Yeah.
it has a
Yeah.
blue, has a weird blue tint to it. When I was doing radio and started to do some like things with recordings and different stuff like that. I was so used to, using the headset. So when I started doing video, what I did was I took one of my um, white headsets, right? And I actually cut this off. So there was just one earbud, and I went back from the back into my ear like this. And when I was doing recordings, I would just turn my head slightly and you like wouldn't even see it, you know.
Hmm.
And the reason I did this is uh so I didn't look like I was sitting there with headset on, you know, with earbuds on. But no, the real reason, it's it's like how they do it on television. You know, they all have earbuds in,
Yes.
but it's just in one ear, you
Well,
know,
eventually I'll
like
get
you
my
did.
Bluetooth hooked up.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Maria has hearing aids and she
Yep.
connects via her Bluetooth, but
Yep.
she does her microphone separately because sometimes that's really hinky on radio, even the YouTube, but the radio, the audio gets all funky.
Right.
Okay, gotta do more shuffling. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, hi, Ladybug.
Did Ladybug come in?
Yes.
I'm not in the chat right now. Okay, now I'm in there. Yay. Andrea, are you fixing for your housewarming food wise? Dan wants to know. Yeah.
That's
Dan
the
says,
Italian.
Dan says psycho is contagious. Oh yeah, I know because like, half my family's Italian. I know what you're
Uh-huh.
talking about. Yeah. By the way, I wanted to mention something. Uh, Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find this real quick, guys. Don't go anywhere. Haha.
Okay, quick, everybody hide.
Everybody, hi. Ooh, Dax is not looking at the chat. We can talk about him now.
Yes. Yes, we
Yes,
can.
yes. What I wanted to mention is I wanted to do an emphasis on this, Michelle. Become a host on the network.
Yes.
That's right. There's a lot of ways to become a host on the network. You can start your own custom show like Michelle does, Michelle's Mystic Corner. Or you could be a guest co host on the Psychic Cafe live shows like Michelle is doing right now. Those are two different things. Okay. And her show is custom, has her own title to it, her specific days and times. She's on the second and fourth Saturday of the month. Some people are on weekly, some people are on bi-weekly. You can even do a once a month show, and or you can get your feet wet and learn the ropes by just coming on here with a bunch of experienced hosts and getting used to it before you do your own custom show. Or maybe you like it so much you never want to do a custom show, you know. The other thing is that um if you don't want to do live shows, if you don't want to take phone calls, talk to people, what have you, uh you can just pre-record your shows. So you can do pre-record it or live shows, or did you know you can do a combination of that? So you could have like a live show once or twice a month, and then record shows and we'll upload them at no additional cost. Also, you can do all audio, which we can put a banner like this image up here that you're seeing, become a host. That's a what we call a banner image. And so like for a show, it would look like this. Let me pop on the Saturday one. Okay. It would look like this. And whatever your show title is, we'll make a background for you. When you have guests, I'll put your guests onto the images and everything like that. I can throw this banner up and add the audio from your audio only show episode and make it into a video to put on our YouTube channel, and then upload the audio onto the Blog Talk Radio channel, which then becomes a podcast on iTunes, Podbean, Spreaker, Spotify, you name it, we're there. Yep. So there's lots of ways to become a host. Come and set up, contact me and set up a Zoom meeting. I'll try to get one of our hosts that might be available, like Michelle or Charlotte or somebody, to pop on too, so you can ask them questions and ask me questions, and we can look at what's the best thing. Maybe you've thought of doing a podcast, or you thought of doing a podcast yourself, or a YouTube channel, or a live radio show, but the learning curve is too steep. Well, we've been doing this for 15 years now, and we can help you every step of the way. And you have other experienced hosts like Michelle and Charlotte and Maria and folks like that, Ellie, Pamela, and we're all here to help you. And then it's not so scary. And if down the line at some point you want to go off and start your own thing somewhere, that's perfectly fine. A lot of people, we've had several hundred radio hosts come through our networks over the last 15 years, and they've come and they've gone. Some have stayed with us, some have gone and started their own YouTube channel, their own podcast, both, but they learned it all here. Yep. And also, if you're one of our premium members of the Tarot Guild, either a lifetime member or an annual member, contact us if you want to pop on the shows, because we will have you on to interview you. That's one of the perks of being a member. It's all free included with your membership to the guild, which, by the way, is half off right now. It's $39 for the entire year. And you can pop on these shows. Now, it won't be a regular thing like every week. Okay. But, once a month, once every month and a half or 2 months, whenever we have slots available, we'll pop you in as a guest, and we'll do a full interview with you. We'll do other separate, like video interviews separately too, as well. Private interviews with just our members. Lots of stuff to, get you out there and all. And then if you want to become a weekly host, where you pop on one of these generic I call them generic. I don't like saying that, but it's not a custom show like Michelle's show or Maria's custom show is the Angelic View. I used to
Your
do
daily shows. Yeah.
with Mary. I used to do Tarot Today, and Mary used to have her own show once a month called There's a Rock for That. So if you're into crystals and would like to do a show, we need that. We need animal communicators, we need astrologers. But you can come on the everyday shows, Psychic Cafe Live, as a guest co-host and just pop in. Or you can have a custom show where it's your show, you're the host, you come up with the title, we make a special background for you for the banners. What else? You get your specific time slot, your specific day and time, and everything like that. So that's a custom show, and that can be, like I said, once a month, twice a month, like Michelle here does, or four, once a week. So that's 4 or 5, depending on how many Thursdays or there are, whatever your day of the week is that you have permanently. You're paying for that time slot, and for it to be your show, so it's your name on everything and nobody else, unless you have a co-host. And by the way, that's another thing you can do. You could get, as an example, I'm just going to go with an astrologer, Michelle, because we need astrologers, right? Or animal communicators.
We do.
And yeah, so get one or two of your astrologer friends, and the 3 of you or 2 of you start an astrology show. I don't know how to say it, here on our network. Yeah. And what you get to do is you get to split the fee, because there's a host fee involved, especially a weekly show. But I think with let me try to remember off the top of my head, because I haven't thought about it in a while. If you had 3 of you, so there was 3 hosts on a custom say, astrology show or animal communication show or something like that, each host, it would only be $50 a month because you're splitting the fee. Yep. So there you go. There's lots of ways to come on the network, and we can talk about
So
the
I,
different ways.
and I have a question for you
Yeah,
then.
jump in.
So here's a thought. Now,
Mhm.
if I wanted to say do 4 shows a month, but I wanted to do 2 on Saturdays and 2 on another day, could that work?
If the slot's available, we could do it. Uh-oh. The dog is going nuts here. But if the slots are available, we could do it. I don't recommend it. The only reason I don't recommend it is because people want to know that if they pop in on a Friday afternoon, there's Michelle or Michelle and her co-host.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Just
why
a
I
thought.
recommend
Yeah.
that. Also, there's another reason I recommend that. And remember you said 4 shows. Well, if you're on every Friday, when there's a fifth Friday, guess what? You
That's right.
It's free, no extra cost. You
That's right.
get an extra show. Yeah. So I always recommend, pick a day and a time slot where you can do it every week, and that your co-host or co-hosts, plural, can do it, and set that time and date, and we could do more than one per day. So like
Right.
so like right now, you're on the second and fourth Saturdays at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Pacific time, just to make it
Yes.
just to make it simple. So somebody else could come in and say, I want to be on Saturdays too, and we could start their show at, say, 2 p.m. or
Yeah,
1 p.m.
absolutely.
You know, so yeah, we could have multiple shows on the same day. The only reason we're trying to right now spread it out is so we have like more days where there's a show every day. So we get, the network spread out. And the whole reason for that is because and one of the big reasons for being on the network is because all the other shows promote all the other shows.
Yes.
You know, we let everybody know who's going to be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So contact us about that, and find out about joining us here on the network. Um, Oops, I got Charlotte in. I thought Charlotte might join us tonight, but
I know, I was hoping.
she didn't pop in. And I thought it was going to be Ellie, but Ellie didn't pop in. You can contact Michelle on her page. First, you have to join the website, which is like joining Facebook. It's free. Go over to psychic.cafe/register, or just go to psychic.cafe and you're going to see the registration thing right there, and
It's easy. Yeah.
just click and sign up, and then go to Michelle's page, psychic.cafe/Michelle, and you can contact her. There's also a buy button to book a reading right under her about section if you go to the about, but there's an icon for chat. And if she's not live on the website at the time, it, just like Facebook, it'll go and become a private message. And she'll also receive an email, hey, you've got a private message from so and so. So you can contact her, chat with her, book sessions, numerology reports, and all. And the same thing with me. You can go over to psychic.cafe/Dax. There's the coffee again if you want to go grab us a cup of coffee. So let's pop over to the phone line, see who's been waiting the longest. Meanwhile, everybody in chat, pop your questions in. I'm excited to get to the question. MV's back again.
Yes.
MV disappeared for a little bit and then was back last night, kind of later in the show. but now they're back. Can I get a reading this time? Yeah, absolutely. So MV, put in your question, put in your specific question, or put in that you want us to just pull a card for you. You want something general. Yes, you caught us at the right time this time. and and Ladybug, oh, what can I expect next week? You did put one in. Good, good. I don't know if Andrea put a question in yet, but go ahead, everybody, put your questions in. And we're going to go over, meanwhile, to the phone lines and see who's been waiting the longest. Area code 475. Are you there, caller? 475?
Yes, I am.
Hey, is that who I think it is?
Who do you think it is?
Sean from Connecticut.
Of course it is.
We can
I
always
don't
tell when
know
it's you,
you.
Sean. We can always tell.
Well, I always try to bring my best to the show every time on, so you know,
I'm
I'm
glad.
here, so
Well, Sean, I'm glad you got on because Blog Talk's been down again. We've been having problems, and it's
oh, I know it.
it's been working for the last couple of shows though. So we got our fingers crossed that they've got it fixed now.
So
Right.
I think I know what happened yesterday. I think we had a retrograde, retrograde hangover yesterday.
Yeah. I know
Yeah,
it went direct today.
Yep.
And
Right, Tuesday was the last day of the retrograde. So I
everything's
think yesterday was a hangover.
right. And everything's working perfectly though today.
Yeah, it's all back
It's
to
like,
normal.
yeah. Oh, and that's something I wanted to say about astrology, also numerology. You know, it's not like um it's today and the cusp is, usually the 20th, 21st for like sun signs. And then tomorrow it's, Cancer, same thing with like the Mercury retrograde. I don't care what anybody says, energy doesn't work that way. There's no demarcation point because you got to remember all of this is made up. The whole concept of time, days of the week, months, everything, we know it's made up because we've changed the calendar. And there's dozens of different other calendars out in the world. We're on the Gregorian, which was changed 18 times, most of the Western world anyway, and mostly everybody's, with us now, but they still have their own calendar, like the Chinese calendar, the Hebrew calendar, you know. And so all of this demarcation, like today's, this is the 20th, it's midnight now. Oh, we're past midnight. Now it's the 21st. That demarcation is an invention of humans. It's not reality. So when we're going into and out of an energetic phase, like Mercury retrograde, like changing from one sun sign to the next sun sign, when you're that close to it, there's bleed over. Just like how you were describing it, Sean, where it's kind of like a hangover. It's a bleed over of the
Yeah, I
energy.
didn't know how that was the best way I could think of how to describe it. I didn't know how.
No,
to
you
put it.
described it
Yeah,
great.
but
No,
this
you
is not
described
my.
it great. But I wanted to say
Yeah,
that,
because this is not my field of knowledge actually.
yeah.
Because my field of knowledge is psych more than this.
But I also wanted to say,
But I learned a lot from you guys and others too.
yeah, because you know how people are stuck on their sun signs. I'm a Gemini, and then no, I'm a Cancer because the next one's Cancer, so the 21st is Cancer, the 20th is still Gemini. It's BS. When you're that close to the cusp, you're going to have bleed over from the next sign. So you may be technically a Gemini, but you're going to have Cancerian traits bleeding over. So I'll give you an example. My birthday's the 16th. That's pretty far from the cusp, the 20th, 4 days, but it's close enough that I actually have Cancerian traits, you know? Now, Michelle,
So you're June
is
16th.
Dan Is Dan full on Cancer
His is the 30th
of June?
of June.
Yeah, so he's way into
So
Cancer.
he's way into Cancer.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
what's been
my
going
friend
on with you,
Tracy
Sean?
is June 16th.
Yeah, me too.
My friend Tracy is June 16th. So I
Yeah,
know what
same
you're
day.
talking about. But, one thing I was going to mention to you was that I want to know what's up for the week ahead.
What's up for the week ahead? Let's
Yeah,
see.
'cause there's a lot of stuff going on for me, so I want to know what the cards say.
Yeah, like the first card I got is Temperance. It's talking about you, and it's a major arcana too. And it's like major things. You really need to balance this stuff out. There's a lot going on, right? And then I got the
Oh
Four
yeah.
of Swords. The Four of Swords is talking about taking a step back, thinking outside the box with some of these things that are going to come up. Okay. And also because it's whenever there's three or more swords, I always say don't overthink things too, you know. And then I get the Four of Cups. So whatever's going on with you, there's going to be a few options you're not happy with, but there's a fourth option waiting in the wings. Okay, as you move forward. Now, that's two fours in a row. So I'm going to say that, and that along with Temperance, which is balance, I'm going to say because four structure that would help you a lot, you know, is some form of structure as you go through this week here. Okay. And then
Right.
and then I got the card of the day, the Two of Wands. So that's letting us know that, and I love that because I put the cards back in the deck and I shuffle. You guys saw me shuffling like crazy, right, Michelle?
I
And
did. Yep.
yeah, and the very first reading, a card of the day comes up, and Sean, yeah, you know, there's going to be these opportunities this week, and it's gonna, and I don't know, this is later in the spread, so it might be later in the week, but I feel like there's and to tie it in with what Michelle said from her cards, if there's, you know, things that you dream about, this is the time that you could, you know, literally go for it and make it happen.
Great.
Towards the end of the week, though, the very end of the week, I got the 10 of Wands. So you're going to be making progress towards your goal, but that's the traditional, you know, overburden card. So don't overdo it towards the end of the week. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. Not a lot of specifics on specific things happening, but like how you should approach certain things.
Right. I gotcha. So I want to show you guys a little trick though. So when you guys are a little stressed out, take your thumb and your second finger on your dominant hand and put them together, and you should feel some tingling. One of
Okay.
the therapists, Reiki therapists I work with, told me this little trick, and it's supposed to be very calming and very easy to do with your thumb and second finger.
And we're doing that. Why?
You put your thumb and it should be calming, and actually you'll feel tingling, almost like a Reiki feeling.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
There's
feel
a
it? You're doing it?
I did it. I did it. Yeah. There's another great method is on your non-dominant hand near the pinky
Mm-hmm.
finger. There's a channel right here, and they're right here down from the knuckle. You're gonna feel this indentation. This is on the edge of the hand, you know, and it's coming straight down from between the pinky finger and the ring finger, straight down. There's a channel, and that's a pressure point. That's an acupuncture point where you can tap on, and you can say
Mm.
whatever you want to happen. It's kind of like, you know, if you want a calming effect, keep saying that over and over again as you tap, and keep tapping for a while. And it's kind of like the cheating quick fast way to do EFT without going through like all 9 spots, acupuncture points, to tap on. Anyway, we got to get going. Thanks for calling in. That was a lot of
Oh, of
fun.
course.
And we got to like train people on some techniques for de-stressing. I mean, oh my God. Really cool, Sean. I'm glad that Blog Talk Radio is working again, so you were able to call in the show. And we'll be back on
Of course.
Saturday. It'll be a daytime show, though. It'll be 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern in the U.S. And let's see. The next show after that will be Monday evening if you want to do an evening show. Bye, Sean.
Bye,
Good night.
Sean.
Thanks so much, guys. Good night.
Good night. It's always great when Sean calls in.
Yes.
I was wondering
Yes, it is.
I was wondering if he was going to call in because, like, we didn't hear from him or Stacy or any of our other regulars yesterday.
Yeah.
But I remembered that was the first time that Blog Talk's been working for a while.
Yeah, it is.
It went out for like almost a whole week and then came back and then went out again. And oh my God.
But at least
some
it's
water.
working today, so that's really good.
Right. All right. So let me scroll here. I'd like to.
Okay.
Andrea said, I wish I could invite you all over to my house warming dinner because I think of you guys as family. That's so cool.
She's so awesome.
Dan said psycho is contagious. I guess he means we're all going psycho, or he just wants he
just doesn't want to be alone. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be the only psycho. But right now, actually, now looking at what, or rather, I should say, looking at who is in the chat from our regulars, he's currently the only psycho in there.
Right.
Yeah. So Lady Bug said, what can I expect next week? So do you want to pull some cards for Ladybug?
All right.
What can we expect for next week for Ladybug here? Michelle and I are total good food lovers as we are Italian, and or you're just typical, want to eat everything. That's what it is. Oh boy, her dog started barking. So while she's shuffling, I'll keep talking for a second here.
So for Miss Ladybug, I have the Moon card, which is about intuition and your subconscious mind. Okay. And then I've got the House card. So what I'm feeling is now is the time to really look at where you feel safe and comfortable. Okay. And you may need to create your own space during this week. And that can be a physical space, it can be a mental area, but you need to spend time in that space during this next coming up week and work on your intuition, work on your getting in touch with your inner self during the week. Okay. Because there is somebody coming in with a message for you. Okay. And I don't know if it's going to be a spiritual message. I don't know if it's a physical message, but there is a message coming in for you. And you need to be ready for that by getting in touch with your intuition. So that's what's coming up for you this week.
Very cool. Very cool. Andrea's like, Dan's like, what state are you in? She said Indiana. I guess that's a little bit of a drive for us to go to her house.
Yes.
Yeah. And I pulled cards for MV. MV had a question. They didn't get in last night because she was late. But my question is about my flatmate. I wanted to know if my flatmate has any romantic feelings for me. I'm moving out soon, and I got a crush on someone after 2 years, so I don't know how to take it. Okay. So I think when she says after 2 years, uh, she's talking about 2 years with the flatmate, but then she says she has this crush on somebody else. So my thing would be, okay, if you have a crush on somebody else, um, well, I guess a crush would mean you're not dating that person though, right? But if you have that intention, then what does it matter what your flatmate feels or not? Why confuse yourself? And by the way, the cards I'm getting are all about that. Ha ha. Look at this. Confusion cards. Yes, 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. What do I always say when there's too many swords? You're overthinking this. And with you moving out, it's like that's probably the 10 of Swords, where it's dead and over with, doesn't mean the relationship is. I mean, you're gonna still be friends maybe with your flatmate. As far as romantic feelings, we'll get to that in a second. I just want to let you know, Ace of Swords, there is a new opportunity here. My question, if I was sitting doing a live reading with you, I'd be like, well, MV, do you want to get together with your flatmate? Especially now that you're moving out, that's actually better if you think about it, right, Michelle? Because it's like,
It is.
if you're flatmates and you're living together and you decide to try something romantic, but something goes wrong, you're stuck living together because you're flatmates. Now you won't be. So now's the perfect time to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not sure if your flatmate has feelings for you, why don't you ask him? I know it's like, sometimes we need to do tough love on these shows. It's like, stop asking frickin' psychics. Go and ask the guy. Jesus. Now, this is the thing. The central focus card is the Queen of Pentacles. This is you. You need to exude your nurturing side with your flatmate. You need to be the nurturer. This is the mom card. Okay. Then I got the Star card, which goes, that's right. There's always hope. There's always hope, right? And it's 17. Card 17. 1 plus 7 is 8 is abundance. That's right. There's an opportunity for abundance here. There's opportunity for a new something. I mean, yeah, it's not the Ace of Cups like Michelle got in the beginning of the show. It's the Ace of Swords, but still, it's a new thought or idea. Oh, hey, now that I'm moving out, why don't we date? And now I will actually, MV, get back to your question, actually answer your question. That Queen of Pentacles is a no, but I got 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords are big fat yeses. The Star card is a major arcana. That's a huge yes. And then the Ace of Swords, aces can be yes or no, but in this circumstance, I'm going to take that as a yes. That's 4 yeses. So 3 or 4 yeses saying yes, he's got the hots free, or she, or I don't know about your flatmate. She didn't say. Anyway, okay, so MV says, I mean, I haven't felt like this for 2 years. I felt something for someone after 2 years, and that someone is my flatmate. Okay. So you're wondering how they feel. Okay, because I'm afraid he's seeing someone else that, well, find out. He's your flatmate. You should already know all this. You should know who he's seeing. By the way, my apartment number is number 17. And what did I just say, Michelle? Card 17. I think I still have it. The Star card 17. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up, But yeah. So
That's awesome.
I would say go for it. I'm just gonna say go for it, MV. I'm going to scroll back up here again and see if I want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. I know Natasha had one.
Natasha had one.
Oh, can I get a card, please? That's
Yeah.
a good one, Michelle. You go ahead and jump on that.
Okay. So I pulled some cards for Natasha.
Okay.
And I got that the child and the cross. So I feel like you might be holding on to some childhood trauma that you need to let go of. Okay. And there are some resources out there. I got the fish card and I also got the clock card, which means now is the time for you to go ahead and seek some sort of resource to help you with that inner child. Okay. And you can go and simply even to a hypnosis. You can go to even learning tapping, um, even meditation, learning how to reach to your higher self and loving your inner child. But you need to let go of some old wounds that you are carrying around with you.
Mm.
Okay, and that's the message I have for you tonight. I hope that is helpful for you.
Awesome sauce. Uh-oh. The lights just flickered. I hope the power isn't going to go out. Well, it's okay. It's going to be a short show anyway, because we're going to finish. God damn it. We're going to finish at 7:30 if it's the last thing I ever do. One show I want to do, because we're only supposed to be on an hour, folks, and we're always on an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half, an hour and 40.
Always.
2 hours last night. It was, it's just ridiculous. Hey, before I do anything else, though, I did want to mention to grab Maria Moss's revised edition of the Angel Practitioner Handbook. Yes. And let me put the URL up here, /angelbook. There we go. So it's psychic.cafe/angelbook. You can grab your copy. If you've ever wanted to find out about connecting with your angels, your guardian angel book. Let me put that in the chat. And this is the new revised edition where she made it easier to read. She put more material in, basically, is what's going on. And it's for the Angel Practitioner course, like the handbook to go along with it. But you don't have to take the course, number one. And number two, you don't have to be wanting to become a practitioner, even though, yay, get the book. No, even though it's, the Certified Angel Practitioner course, you can take the course, but you don't have to become a practitioner if you don't want. Maybe you just want to work with angels. Same thing with the book. Okay. Oh, and speaking of the course, as long as I might as well put that in too. CAP course. Yep. That's my private affiliate link. Yes, I will get a little kickback from Maria if you sign up for her Certified Angel Practitioner course, CAP course. We call it the CAP course, CAP course. Let me pop that in the chat there. So you just open a new browser in your you just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/CAP course. C is in cat, A is in apple, P is in Paul. CAP course. And that'll take you right over there. There's a free introduction. And then you're also helping out Psychic Cafe and the Tarot Guild, because if you enroll in her course, we get a little kickback that helps us keep the lights on. That's a right. That's a right. Okay, give me just a second here. I'm going to pop that off. And while I have this up here, go to the URL. Are you brand new? Go over to psychic.cafe and you can sign up for free. Yeah. And register will take you over there, psychic.cafe/register. But like we said a little earlier, you don't need necessarily to go there. If you just go to the website, if you're not signed in, you're not a member yet, it's going to pop up. It's going to welcome you, and there'll be a green button you can push to register. Or if you see anywhere where the word register is linked, you can click on it. You can also use your social media to sign up, your social media accounts as well. And then I also want to say, also, if you're new, to subscribe to the network, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, it really helps us out. Like this video, go watch some of our other free workshops and everything on here, and like those as well, and that will really help us out. I wonder I wonder where we are, Michelle. We haven't looked
Yeah, I'm curious.
we haven't looked in a little bit. Let me see if I can go over to our channel, because we hit enough subscribers for the first level, which is 500. Now we're trying to get to the 1,000. What did I just say? 1,000 subscribers is what we're trying to get to.
Right. Yeah.
But we also need 3,000 watch hours for the first level. That way we get our supers, like super chat, super stickers, super thanks. You guys in chat will be able to send us those, and we can do shopping. We can do memberships. Let's see, where are we? Okay, so 596 subscribers, almost 600. We're well over the 500 mark, but we're getting close to that 1,000 too. Also, and the public watch hours, we need 4,000 and the 1,000 subscribers for the full, where we can actually do, like, you know, when YouTube plays ads on our videos, we actually get a kickback. But right now we just want to get to that first level. We need 3,000 watch hours. We have 2,608.
Wow. All right.
Yep, a little less than 400 more watch hours, and we'll be there. Cool. Okay,
All right.
I had pulled cards for let's catch everybody that came in. Vani, yeah, came in. Maddie came in, and Adithya. And oh, by the way, Aditya's question, I think, was the next one, where it was can I get a reading for how it will be for me in September? And then if you want to do the next one, which is, I think the next one's Maddie's. Do you see that one?
Yes.
What direction is my career heading? So if you do Maddie's, I'll do Aditya's. Aditya's a regular now. So September. Okay, they're Tower card. So in September, there could be some unexpected changes happening. Okay. And normally, if I got this with nothing else, you know, like, a lot of times I tell people it's a shift in foundations you need to make. But if I get this by itself, a lot of times, you know, there's just some unexpected thing is going to happen in September, and it may not be all good. However, it's connected somehow with this Two of Swords. Swords are thoughts and ideas. So these are two thoughts and ideas crossing each other, which is typically meaning a choice of some kind. So, like, when you see this come up, Adithya, in September, that's when you're going to say to yourself, oh, that's what Dax was talking about. There's this choice I have to make. And notice how she's blindfolded. That typically means, when we get the Two of Swords, it typically means that one is unable or unwilling to make the decision. You need to go for that decision. And I feel like the shift in foundations with the Tower card, I also got the Devil card, which is our attachments. I feel like there's some things that need to be let go of. And the High Priestess then shows up to say, you know, hey, listen to your intuition on these things. And also, you know, it's kind of a hint to delve deeper inside oneself, as well as honing your psychic abilities and intuition. All righty. Hope that helped you out. What'd you get for Maddie?
Okay, so for Maddie, I got the ship and the compass. So I feel like you are heading in the direction. Now, this is saying you are going north. So you're going to be going up in the company or in your career. But in order to go up in your career, to be able to move forward or upward, you need to get yourself aligned. I seem to be drawing this child card a lot. But with this one, I feel like this is saying you need to look at things in a different way. Okay, you need to look at things through the eyes of more of an innocence, more of a youthful outlook, like with an expectation of how you used to look at things. You know, when you were younger, you would look at things with, oh my gosh, I'm so excited this is going to happen. So you need to have more passion for this upcoming um, promotion or different point in your job and your career. So get yourself in alignment with yourself and just be ready to look at things with a new perspective. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you.
And Avani was, could you please give me a message for what's to come in the near future? Okay, so I pulled some cards. I'm not getting like a specific thing coming in. Typically I get some, some cards or some indication, like if there's a new love interest coming in, or, a windfall of financially, or I'm not getting anything like that. Okay. But what I am getting is there's this thing. Okay. So the Knight of Wands shows up, and then here's the King of Swords. And the Knight of Wands is rushing towards the King of Swords, who's almost ignoring him and just looking forward at us. And of course, swords are thoughts and ideas again. The wands, that's that fire energy, is following your passions. And so it's like there's part of you, I want to follow my passions. And then there's this other part of me, no, you have to be analytical. No, I want to follow my passions. No, you've got to think this through. Do not just go with your passions and your fears and I don't know, stuff like that. Okay, so that's going to be happening. I was trying to see if I could get Michelle, and I did. And then this Eight of Cups, it's like it's saying in the near future, like you need to be working with your emotions, the baggage you're carrying. You need to be letting go and moving onwards and upwards. All right. And then if you can do those things, if you can get rid of the blockages, get rid of the baggage, especially emotional baggage. And I don't know if this is talking about past relationships or if it's talking about job, career, your business. I don't know what it is, but there's stuff that you need to take care of. And then you've got to follow your passions, but think it through. Okay. And then what happens is the Wheel of Fortune shows up saying that, yeah, you're going to get what you want. So I hope that helps you out, Avani. That's what I got. We're almost out of time here. Oh my God. We made it to the bottom of the hour.
We have. I've got Andrea's question and we can be done.
Did we do a question for Andrea before?
No, we never did.
Because I remember when she said, may I ask a question?
Yeah, and she finally put it in, and she asked any messages from my angels about what's ahead in September.
All right. And Dan says Dax needs puppets.
Yeah, yes. I know.
Yes, I do. So, and I can never do an English accent, but I was actually doing pretty good there.
You were. I was pretty surprised.
Yeah.
So, Andrea, I got the dog and the anchor. So, and I feel like there is somebody coming in, and it is a gentleman, or someone of very masculine temperament, and they're there to be a friend, someone very loyal, someone that's going to set down roots and be there to help you and guide you through. Okay. I don't know what type of relationship it's going to be, but I got the garden card, which is more of a large group setting. So I feel like this person, who is probably a man, is someone who is going to be more, not so much in a romantic sense, but as someone more as a mentor for you. So that's what I see happening in September. Someone's going to be coming in and they're going to be very loyal to you. So be looking for some new person to be coming in for you.
Wow. Okay, I'm just, oh shoot, that, God damn it. Hold on, guys. I put spelled the link wrong. I'm trying to put Michelle's link, my link, and then I spelled my own name wrong. So let me remove that one. And I got the coffee one in there. And I also want to put it in the summer sale. Speaking of sales, see if I can get my video back here. Don't forget Michelle's sale for back to school, $40. Our
Yes.
readings are on sale, $40. And that's why I put that link in there, psychic.cafe/Michelle. Go over to her channel and message her. Remember, again, you have to join the website to message her. So go ahead and join the website and go message her. You can also, find her here on the shows and stuff like that, and on Facebook and so forth. You can find her on Messenger and so forth. And yeah, just contact her. There's also a link there you can click and just send her $40 and she will get together with you. There you go. And then for my readings, I always send you to my page that I just put in there, psychic.cafe/Dax. But during the summer sale, I'm just telling people to go to the summer sale, because if you scroll down on the page towards the bottom, you could book a session with me for half price, $49. It's normally $99.99, and that is going up, folks. I've kept it low for years now. And I'm going to tell everybody, this is a good little wake up call, Michelle, for everybody that's thinking of doing this professionally. When I started out decades ago, I'm not going to say how many decades, the average was $1 a minute. Like if you were on a line, it's $1 a minute. So an hour would be $60. So, most readings were 30 to 20 to 50 to $60, depending on if it was 20 minutes, whatever. And then that went up to $2. Now the average is $3.
Yeah.
The average is $3. So I'm going to take my little calculator. I'm going to do 40 minutes times 3. If you're charging less than $120 for a typical 40-minute reading, you are way undercutting yourself. Okay. And so, my readings actually run around that amount of time, although I don't put a strict limit on it like most people. This much for 30 minutes, this much for an hour. Yes, I have my timer going, but if it takes 40 minutes, it takes 40 minutes. If it takes 20, it takes 20. If it takes 45 or 50, I'm not sweating it. You know what I mean? But my readings are $124 right now. So on my page, the $99.99 readings is already discounted. And now I've got it half off that at the $49. Well, I've had it at $124 and occasionally, doing the $99.99. And then on the big holidays doing the, $47, $49. I've been doing that for years. I got to raise the prices.
Yeah.
I've been way too low for way too long, and remember, $3 a minute is just the average. $120 for 40 minutes. That's not somebody that's been doing this for decades and decades and decades and is the president of the frickin' Tarot Guild. I'm supposed to be charging like $199, what I'm supposed to be charging. So just going to let everybody know the prices are going up. Okay. So what you want to do is go over to the summer sale, scroll down on the page, grab my half off half off my discounted price. $49 readings and coaching sessions. Also, my course is on sale for half off. Normally $297, basically $300. It's $149. You can get your membership to the guild, your professional certification, and my course for $199. That is less than half. I know it's the half off sale, but that's actually less than half if you add up the regular price for Tarot Guild membership, $78 for the year, professional certification, $138, and my course, $249. Sorry, $297. $199 is actually a lot cheaper than half. Okay, but I'm doing this special bundle here. So you can get my course and get certified and be a member. You have to be a member before you get certified anyway. If you don't need my course, you're already a professional reader, grab the membership and course package for $99. That's also less than half price. Okay. Now, if you're already a member, professional certification is $69 per level. And if you just want to join for the perks, maybe you aren't going to become a professional, but you want to go to our workshops and panel discussions, our twice a month included mentoring sessions, Zoom Q&A and discussion sessions. You also, as a perk, you get, for instance, you get a custom URL on the website. You get, you're able to create groups. You're able to do blog posts. You have to be a member to do all those things. And very soon we're going to make it, to do events and post events, post pictures, and I'm not sure about pictures, but definitely video and things like that. You're gonna have to be a member to post all that stuff on the website. And then what we do with we always tell you about the coffee page, so you can jump to the top of the caller queue or the questions in chat. You automatically get that as a member. That's a perk you get too. And it's just $39 for the year. It's half price right now. So go ahead and grab those at psychic.cafe/summer. Yay. And, all righty, Michelle.
All right.
And I think we actually got through all the questions too.
We did. I think there was a few people that came in.
Yeah, there might be one or two, but they came in towards the end there.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, folks, we are over already, but we will be back on Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Okay, it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
Shout out
Thank
to Ellie.
you.
Hopefully Ellie can be there Saturday, if not next Thursday.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.